There's this law in Uganda being pushed by a pastor by the name of Martin Sempa. And it's also being pushed by the president of Uganda and by some prominent politicians as well, President Museveni and a politician by the name of David Bahati. And what it does is it's anti-homosexual bill. Now, they're not playing. They say that if you are a flagrant homosexual, you know, I guess that means somebody catches you having sex with a man, if you're a man, or a woman if you're a woman, you can get up to life in prison. No, not accurate. You can get up to life in prison, or you can get executed. So this isn't gay marriage, should we have it, should we not? This is, if you're gay, we execute you or give you life in prison. All right, now, if you think that's bad, it just gets worse and worse. If you know anyone who's gay and you don't turn them in, 3 years. Okay? So then you got to turn in your kids if you know they're gay, family members, friends, etc. I mean, this is just absolutely reprehensible in every way, shape, and form. So now we go to the people who are backing this law. Well, how about Martin Sempa? He's certainly got no backing in the United States, does he? Oh, he does. Oh, well, you look at that. Turns out Rick Warren is a guy who's had Martin Sempa over at his Saddleback Church multiple times, and they used to work together. Now, Rick Warren says, hey, listen, we cut ties because we don't agree with some of the things that he's pushing for. We cut ties in 2007. All right, that's good. That's positive. So then I assume you're against this law in Uganda. Not exactly. I'll give you a quote from Rick Warren here. The fundamental dignity of every person, our right to be free and the freedom to make moral decisions are gifts endowed by God, our Creator. However, it is not my personal calling as a pastor in America to comment or interfere in the political process of other nations. As a pastor, my job is to encourage, to support. I never take sides. Really? Now, I know you mentioned other nations there in that earlier part of the quote, but I remember Rick Warren taking sides on political issues here. Remember Prop 8 when he said, no, it's absolutely imperative that we not have gay marriage? So all of a sudden, when they're talking about executing homosexuals in Uganda, he's not taking sides. By the way, this is not theoretical. The law is very likely to pass. And then they are very likely to actually execute that law. So when you ask him about it, he says, some gay guys are going to get killed. It's not my business to comment. Well, here's a guy you were backing, okay? So it is your place to comment. Are you on his side or are you against him? Now, that's just Rick Warren, but what's, I think, more disturbing is our politicians. The group, evangelical group called The Family, you guys remember John Enson's a part of it, Tom Coburn, Chuck Grassley, Stupak and Pitts of the famous Stupak-Pitts Amendment, a pro-life amendment attached to the health care bill in the House side. All those guys are part of The Family. Well, guess who's backing Museveni and Bahati, the two politicians pushing for this law in Uganda? You guessed it, The Family. Bahati is the main organizer for The Family in Uganda. He leads their prayer breakfast, and he is the guy that they have been pushing. And in fact, they think Museveni is great, the president, and the family's been backing him as well, saying he's a model for Africa. Now, look, it's a very fair question. If you're part of The Family here in the United States, and the family is giving funding and organizational help and encouragement to these guys passing a law that's going to execute homosexuals and imprison anyone who knows a homosexual, I got to ask you, are you on board for that or not? In fact, there's a letter by Tammy Baldwin, a congresswoman, saying that we should condemn this. If you're a decent reporter in the country, when you talk to any member of the quote-unquote family, and how creepy do they sound, by the way? I'm part of the family. Okay, and by the way, do they have their moral house in order? Ensign just cheated on his wife, is in a lot of trouble. Mark Sanford, another member of the family, cheated on his wife. And I could go on and on. Tom Coburn wanted to cover up Ensign's affair. I could go on and on. Do those guys, Mark Pryor, a Democrat of Arkansas, etc. Now, if it was somebody saying, hey, I'm going to execute you for your moral failings, they're not quite on board for that. But you're going to execute gays in Uganda, well, you got to ask them. Are you on board for it? Are you against it? Let's make it clear. Look, these are nefarious people, meaning the family. And if our politicians are going to be in bed with them, well, we have a right to know exactly how they're supporting that group, and what that group is up to all over the world.